What's going on, guys? I'd like to talk for a second about what are the pros and cons of this motorcycle. It's a little close, bud. First, let's start out with the pros. First obvious pro is it's very fast. So I have no problem moving around cars and traffic in general. Another pro, now that I've gotten used to the bike, is obviously the moverability. Moverability? Is that a word? Movability? I don't know what the word is. You know what I'm trying to talk about, though. I feel like I'm able to lean over more and take corners a lot quicker with this bike and I actually feel like there's a lot more that this bike can do. I'm just not entirely comfortable with it yet. Some of the cons, while I continue to think about the pros, are... Watch there be more cons than pros than I can think of. Cons. Gas mileage. I get about 120 or so miles to the tank, which from my previous math works out to about 35 to 40 miles to the gallon, which is actually nothing compared to my previous bike. Is that a Rolls Royce? I think that's a Rolls Royce. Another con, until just recently, is the throttle. Going around these, 360 degree-ish on-ramps has proved to be quite a struggle. Another con that I've... God damn it, it's a red light. Another con that I've thought of is the tall gearing. In the city, I really don't get out of first gear. On the canyons that I drive through, when I get stuck behind traffic, I've noticed I have to keep it in like first or second just to stay at, 55 miles an hour or whatever, or 45 or whatever. And that's kind of annoying because I'm still used to shifting so much. Oh, that's embarrassing. Going back to the pros for a second, this is actually very comfortable. Regardless of what other people say about super sport bikes, I actually find the seat to be very, very comfortable. Another con would be the hard suspension. Any sort of bump, you immediately feel it. There isn't any give in the suspension. Also, just something that popped in my mind. I'd like to apologize for no video yesterday and for the late upload today. I forgot my SD card. Well, okay, let's be honest. I didn't forget my SD card. When I wake up to go to work, it's about 3:50 in the morning, because I need to leave for work at 4 in the morning. Yes, I can get ready in 10 minutes. Oh, there's a cop there. I better take it easy. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. So what had happened was I try not to make, a whole lot of noise in the morning because my girl's still sleeping, my son's sleeping, etc. The SD card was still on my computer and I didn't want to go back inside the room and possibly wake her up. So, I'm sorry you guys had to suffer. But hopefully this makes up for it. So back to pros and cons. Cons. No one wants to race you. At least around here. I'll pull up to Porsches on the freeway and those Ricer Civics and all that, and no one wants to race me. I was like, what the fuck? Pros. So far this bike has not been boring. Of course, it's only been a few weeks. I've gotten the bike up to 150 miles an hour, and the top speed that is available on the internet is about 190. I may be crazy enough to go that high, but I sure as hell hope not, because although I love the adrenaline rush and going fast, I also don't want to crash the bike, because this is like my second child. I love this bike so much. Cons. This kind of applies to any bike. When you drive a car and it rains, there's generally no maintenance. However, on a bike, you really need to lube up the chain. Pros. This bike has a clock. My last bike and the bike before that did not have a clock. Some of the other features, it has a lap timer, so you can start it by pressing this button. You can start it by pressing this button, switching over, then the lap time will start. Then by pressing this button, it'll say that you've completed a lap. And then as you keep pressing that button, it'll tell you your lap times. Pressing that button again will stop it, saying how long the whole whatever you were doing was, and so on. Then you press the reset button, hold it down, goes back to 0. I don't really use that. Odometer, almost 21,000 miles. So I've already put 1,000 miles on this bike. Of course, it's got the trip, and back to the clock. I'm actually on my way to Jack in the Box right now. Cons relating to what I've spoken about before. It's really hard to go slow in this bike. Like 30 miles an hour. But with just this twist of the throttle, literally like very small movements control the it's either on or off. It's really hard to ride this bike in the streets. On the freeway, it's a whole lot easier slowing down and speeding up, unless I'm lane splitting. Then I have to keep it in first gear again. So that's kind of a con. That seems dangerous. That's about to fall off, bro. You should really pull over and fix that. Let's see if I can tell this guy. Nope, I can't see him. God, I love this bike. A pro. This bike has a gas light. Pros. Love the aggressive forward stance rather than the upright. Even though it hurts my back, I don't care, it's worth it. Another pro that I just thought of. On my last bike, the idle screw was underneath the carburetors, which was really close to the engine, so I used to burn my hand a lot. But on this bike, it's actually attached to this, which is awesome, because it just kind of hangs out there and drops back into place, so I don't burn myself, because I don't like burning myself. Another pro, the brakes. They're absolutely amazing. This is my first bike that I've owned that has the dual rotor front brake, and the stopping power is just amazing. Cons, this bike, I don't have ABS or traction control, which in a way kind of keeps me in check about how much power I use. So anyway, those are probably the most thought about. Oh, you're doing it too. Almost crashed. Not really. Kind of scared me. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize again for not uploading yesterday like I should have. I will be more aware of my SD card location. A few things that were mentioned in a failed video that didn't get a chance to be uploaded because the audio failed again. I'm planning on putting out a video Monday through Friday. I'm taking the weekends off until further notice, and I believe the hours, let's see, I wrote it down on my phone. The hours are going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 2 p.m, Thursday and Friday at noon. So anyway, again, hope you enjoyed the video. So until next time, just remember, respect your bike, ride safe, and keep the rubber side down. Rest in peace, headphone users. Can I get a bacon ultimate cheeseburger, just a sandwich? And 2 tacos. Oh shit! I'm sorry. Thank you. Any sauce? No, ma'am. Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, I swear.